boys and girls, we're going to read a story today about, let me make this a little bit better, there we go, about water. Water is a mysterious mover. It moves things fast, it moves things slow, it just depends on the flow of the water. Now this type of body of water is called a river. Can you say river? Perfect. A river is a skinny piece of water, look. It's really skinny, and it flows and flows and flows until it gets to the ocean. Okay, so here's the ocean right here. That's where all the sharks and everything live. And here's a river. The river is very skinny, and it flows until it reaches the ocean, and this water pours into the ocean. Awesome. All right. Now, besides rivers and oceans, what other types of bodies of water are there? What other things are made of water? Right. Yeah, where do frogs live? A pond. Yep, there's ponds, there's lakes, and there's pools, which we make those. But all of these are just part of nature, okay? Now let me turn to my page that I'm gonna read today. This is a listening story about a river. Where is it? Here it is. And it's called River Talk, okay? Now, I want you to be listening for why the river is disgruntled. That just means he is not feeling too good. He's not very happy, okay? So I want you to be listening for why that river is disgruntled, okay? This story is called River Talk. The rivers were disgruntled a lot. They had begun as tiny clear streams high up in the mountains. They had meandered through valleys and plateaus and plains, and they had crashed with a resounding splash when they fell as waterfalls over the edge of mountain ridges. Their waters had swollen up during monsoons, that's a super big rainstorm, and had then reduced to a trickle during the summer. But on the whole, they flourished. The rivers knew that they would someday have to merge with the sea, just like this. They knew that eventually they would have to mix in with the ocean or the sea. So they flowed until they reached the sea. "This is too unfair," the rivers said sadly to each other. "It's bad enough that we have to merge, but it's worse that our sweet and drinkable water becomes salty and tasteless when we join the sea." How do you think the rivers are feeling about joining the oceans? Sound a little bit angry, disgruntled. The sea heard the rivers and looked amused. "Well, if that's the way you feel, I see no point why you should join me at all. Go away and enjoy your cool, sweet waters by yourself." Of course, there was no way the rivers could do that. Even if by some miracle they could change their course and not flow into the sea, their very survival was at stake. For very few rivers lasted on their own without uniting with the sea. Most dried up and died. What use was freedom if one did not live to enjoy it? So the rivers made peace with the situation. That means they were kind to the ocean and realized they had to merge. And they flowed into the sea. And as it turned out, they actually ended up loving their new home. Round of applause. Now let's talk about it. Why was the river so disgruntled about, let me just leave it there. Why was the river disgruntled and angry? Right, the river did not want to join the ocean. Why not? Yeah, have you ever tasted ocean water? It's really salty. It's not very good to taste. The river tastes more like the water that we drink now. It's called fresh water. And so the river was very disgruntled because it did not want to become salty in the ocean, you know? It just wanted to stay sweet and taste good. Now we talk about water being a mysterious mover. It moves things along. What are some things that might have ended up in the ocean as it moved along the river? Let me know below. What are some things that might have moved into the ocean from the river as it flowed? Let me know.